Hi friends, my name is Nadine Poper and this here is Wendy. Say hi Wendy. And Wendy is my dachshund and I am here to read to you my book called Frank Stinks. I know you will enjoy this silly story about a dog that just loves to get stinky. And those of you out there, if you have a dog, you probably know that your dog loves to sometimes just roll around in the grass for some reason, and it's probably because there's something in the grass that they just love the smell of. But then sometimes they come back and they don't smell so great. So this story is about a wiener dog, a dachshund named Frank. And if you notice on the cover there, the fish and the cat are holding their noses. And you might even have a copy of the book in front of you if you picked it up from the Reading Library as one of their summer to-go packs. So I am going to share with you the story of Frank Stinks, written by me, illustrated by Caitlin Reber. And then stick around for the very end because I think you might have some supplies to help you make a chocolate edible wiener dog all on your own. So that will be after the story. So I will see you back at the end for a craft. Bye. Enjoy the story. Frank Stinks. Frank stinks. No, he is not a skunk, nor is he a stink bug. Frank is a dog. So why does he stink? Because he loves to roll in stinky things. He rolls in stinky at the park, in the yard, outside the vet's office, and even in the pet store. Outside, on potty breaks, he sniffs the ground until he finds a stinky spot in the grass. And when he does, Frank flops himself down and rolls like crazy. One day, Frank was taken to the park for his walk. In no time at all, he was in stink paradise. And in no time at all, he found himself here. He doesn't like to be in the bathtub, does he, boys and girls? At the park the next day, Frank sniffs the ground for the smelliest spot he could find. And when he discovers it, he plops himself down in the grass and wiggles to his heart's content. Now, from his inverted position, nestled in a stench trench, he notices a pretty pup. And on her dog tag is L-O-L-A. Frank can't read very well, but is certain her name has to be Lovely. That is how she looks to Frank. Absolutely lovely. Lovely, who was really named Lola, giggles as Frank tosses himself about on the grass. He tosses himself faster, and she giggles more, and the more he rolls and flips, the more Lovely, who was really named Lola, grins and swoons. Uh-oh. But then, I don't think he smells so good. He ends up in the bathtub again. Well, back at the park, he finds a spot with a perfectly disgusting scent. He plunges himself into the grass and tumbles around. But then, and it even looks like Lola is just walking away, right? I think she's getting a little fed up with how stinky he smells. Now, when Frank arrives at the park the next day, he decides not to roll in the stinky spot. He doesn't want Lovely to think he smells bad. If he smells good, maybe she will play with him. So that gives him a really good idea, doesn't it, friends? Now, the next day, Frank puts his plan into place. He prances around the swing set. He parades by the baseball field. He strolls through the grass with ease. Almost. The rottenly delightful smells from the grass overwhelm Frank. The stinky smells creep into his nose. Such delight. Uh-oh, look who's peeking around the corner. And just as he was about to throw himself into the odorous carpet of green, he stops. There was Lovely. Oh, well, Frank looks at Lovely, then at the stinky grass, then back at her. He doesn't know what to do. His fur shakes, his bottom quivers. Oh, how he wants to lower himself down to the grass. But he maintains self-control, and he walks over to her. She sniffs behind his ear and smiles. No stinky smell. They play fetch and chew sticks and share a bone. What a fun, stink-free day. And when it's time to go home, Lovely Lola and Frank want one last chase with the ball. Not paying attention, they collide. Boom, right? They bang heads and land in a stinky spot where they both roll and promise to meet at the park tomorrow. And that is the end of Frank Stinks. I hope you enjoyed that, boys and girls. Now remember, stay tuned for a craft. I'm back, friends. Now, this is Willow. Willow decided to join us. Hi, Willow. And now this is the part of the video where I'm going to show you how to make your chocolate edible Wiener Dog. So I got all my ingredients right here on the plate. These are the same ingredients that you were given in your to-go pack. I have to put Willow down, though, to make this because she will want to eat all of it. And you know, chocolate is very dangerous for dogs, so make sure that your dogs never eat chocolate. So here is the first step. So the first thing you're going to do is take your Twix bar and take the wrapping off of it. And this is going to be your dog's body, your dachshund's body. Oh, wait, I actually have one that's all done. So let me show you what your final product is going to look like, okay? So this is my chocolate dachshund, and I could eat him right now if I wanted to. All right, so first step, take your Twix bar. The next thing you're going to need then is your Hershey Kiss. So unwrap your Hershey Kiss. And then I believe you are given a little bit of chocolate icing. The chocolate icing acts as the glue to hold all the pieces together. So all I'm going to do is just put a little bit of icing, just a little, on the bottom of my Hershey Kiss. And I'm going to put it on either end, whatever end I want of my Twix bar. So there's my body and the head so far of my dachshund. Next part are the legs. The legs are the mini little chocolate chips. You should have been given 4 of them. So again, I'm just going to put a little bit of icing on the bottom of my chocolate chips. And I'm going to stick them right on the bottom of my Twix bar. Whoops, not enough icing. There we go. And feel free to stop and pause this video at any point so you can do the step and then get caught up and just hit play again. Here's my next step, or my next foot, my other foot. And there we go. So I have all 4 feet of my dachshund. So that way he can stand up. If you put your dachshund down, if you put your wiener dog down, he'll stand up because he has legs. All right, next step, we want the ears and a tail, and that's where your Tootsie Roll comes in. So unwrap your Tootsie Roll. Take a tiny piece for each ear, really, really small piece. Like here's my whole Tootsie Roll. I just took a tiny piece off. And for the ears, I squish it. I flatten the ear down. Flat and kind of like oval shape. A little bit of icing. and then my ear goes on one side of my puppy dog's head. I take another piece of Tootsie Roll for the other ear, smash it, squish it. Look at all the chocolate on my hands. Little bit of icing. Stick my other ear on. Oop, make sure his head doesn't twist. Okay, so there's the other ear. Kind of looks a little lopsided, doesn't it? The ears don't look the same size, and that's okay. I bet your chocolate dachshund's gonna look much better than mine. Okay, so there's my two ears, and he's starting to melt because it's warm outside. I'm gonna take a napkin and wipe my hands off. Another piece of Tootsie Roll now for the tail. Now what I do for the tail is I don't flatten it. I take a tiny little piece and I roll it like this. Like you were gonna do a Play-Doh. Roll, so it's maybe, I don't know, half an inch, quarter of an inch long. Little bit of icing. Stick my tail on. Whoops. Tail's not sticking. There's my tail. And then the last final part are the eyeballs. You should have gotten 2 candy eyeballs. These are candy. You can eat these. Little bit of icing. Stick it on one eyeball. Other icing. There. And wait, he's falling off. His eyeball's falling off. No, wait, it's falling off. Oh, that's way too much icing. Oh my goodness, what a mess I'm making. And there's his other eyeball. So boys and girls, there is my chocolate dachshund. And yours probably looks much better than mine. And now the last and final step, if you want to do this last step, is to take a bite out of your chocolate dachshund, like I'm going to. Very good. I hope you enjoyed that book and the craft. And if any of you are Reading School District students, I hope you're having a wonderful summer. I am the librarian at Amanda Stout, and I hope some of the Amanda Stout students are watching this, and have a fantastic summer. Bye.